Okay, time to do some VATSIM, some live air traffic control. So first things first, I'm gonna load my, we're gonna go from Cancun to Chichén Itzá because that is where the air traffic control is right now. Okay, and as soon as that loads in, we're gonna log into VAT Simulator. I've already had one flight with it, and it was chaotic. Really hoping this one goes a little smoother. I'm writing out all of my directions of what I need to say. Okay, so here we are getting ready for login. Let's go ahead and pull up our VATSIM, and we're gonna flight plan, depart west to Chichén Itzá. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I always let them know that I'm new. So if I mess anything up, it's like, oh, it's like, sorry. Connecting. Okay, I'm gonna file my flight plan with the tower. There we go. All right, so ATIS here. .1277. So I'm gonna write that down on my pad here. 1277. And tower 118.1. And in case we need to go to center, that will be 1313. We're heading west. I don't know if they're going to ask us to switch over, but just in case they do, we have that frequency set up. Okay, so I'm going to start my engine before I bring up my head tracker because it's been glitching. Every time I have my head tracker on when I get ready to start my engine, it messes up. So let's go ahead and turn on our masters, put our beacon on. Our beacon is lit. Okay, so we've got that 3/4 of the way in. We're going to have our throttle about 1/4 inch in. Wait for our TARS test. Okay. There we go. Usually it notifies us, but that's okay. All right. Clear prop. We are in headphone mode, so it's if we had headphones on. Because we're in Bad Simulator. I wonder if this tower person speaks English. I would assume they do. I always hear English. I don't hear any other language. Maybe that's something I don't know. All right, let's get our avionics on. Looks kind of cloudy. We'll when we get out to our run up, we'll turn on our other lights as necessary. We'll definitely put our taxi landing on soon. Okay, let me go ahead and put on my head tracker and see if this glitches out or works. Huh? I think it's glitching. Let's try it. Here we go. Loading. We be loading. We loading. While we loading, we go ahead and push the soft key. Gonna push the soft key. Gonna push the soft key. You know what? I mean, it's okay if I don't have the head tracker right now, but it just really would help a lot. Let me stop it again. I'll try it again. Come on, baby. start. Let's go. Come on. Oh, you know what? I do believe it is in use by my OBS studio, which is unacceptable. So I need to, yeah, hello. Yep, I need to remove this. Yes. Okay. Now we have that off. Now. Now. Oh, ha. See? I'm so good. All right. As you were. As you were. As you were. Okay, I need to reload a little Navmap. Man, things are just, it's like the sequence of what you need to load up software-wise. Otherwise, it really doesn't work. Okay. All right, so we're going to tune to our ATIS first. We're going to get our ATIS right now. I'm messing with my little Navmap. I am just making it a little bit bigger. Okay. ATIS is going to be 1277. So we're going to now go back to our tracker here. Get set up here. Set. Oops, wrong button. Hit that by accident. Bring that back down to 1000. Okay. 1277. Here we go. 1277. 777. Yeah. Went the wrong way. So, how's everybody feeling tonight? 1277.
Cancun International Airport ATIS information Golf 2249er UTC. Arrival aircraft expect ILS approach runway 12 left. Departure runway 12 right. Weather. Wind 080 at 4. Visibility 7. Few clouds at 1,500. Few clouds at 9,000. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 28. Dew point 25. Altimeter 29904. Terminal 4 is not on default MSFS. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Golf.
Missed,
Cancun International Airport ATIS information Golf 2249er UTC. Arrival aircraft expect ILS approach runway 12 left. Departure runway 12 right. Weather. Wind 080 at 4. Visibility 7. Few clouds at 1,500. Few clouds at 9,000. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 28. Dew point 25.
Okay.
Altimeter 29904.
So,
Terminal 4 is not on default MSFS. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Golf.
Yep, we're going to switch it over.
Cancun International Airport ATIS information Golf 2249er UTC. Expect ILS approach runway 12 left. Departure runway 12 right.
Okay. So we're on Cancun Tower right now. While I'm taking notes, I'm just going to make sure that I'm not moving my screen around everywhere. Okay. So we got information Golf. As a 2249 Zulu, we have, or I'm sorry, UTC, we have winds at 80, winds coming from 80 degrees at 4 knots. Temperature 28, dew point 25, altimeter 2994. So we want to hook up our altimeter to 2994, which is just a couple clicks. Go. Okay. All right. Now I have myself set up for a west approach from runway 12 right, which is what it sounds like they're using. And if the wind is coming from 80 degrees, we're set up to go into the wind. because we're at 120 degrees on the runway. Make sense? So we're going to write out what we're going to say to tower here. So we're going to say Cancun Tower, Cessna November Alpha 653 Foxtrot at parking. We are at parking 32.
Say again, please.
Looking for taxi instructions for westbound departure, and we have Golf, which is the ATIS, which is the weather report. So let me read this off. Cancun Tower, Cessna November Alpha 653 Foxtrot at parking 32. Looking for taxi instructions for VFR westbound departure, and we have Golf. That sounds pretty good. I'm sounding pretty confident. I think that's a confident call out. Now, we're gonna have some time to taxi after that, so we can think about what our next move is. That's totally fine. Let's go ahead and hook it up. Cancun Tower, Cessna November Alpha 653 Foxtrot at parking 32. Looking for taxi instructions for VFR westbound departure, and we have Golf.
November Alpha 653 Foxtrot, Cancun Tower, good evening. Squawk 1270, west departure approved, expect runway 12 right.
All right, Squawk 1270, westbound departure, runway 12 right, 653 Foxtrot.
53 Foxtrot, are you ready to taxi?
Yes, ready to taxi.
Three Fox, can you depart from Charlie 6?
Charlie 6, is that a ramp, taxiway? I just want to clarify.
After Foxtrot, affirmative, it's a taxiway, runway 12 right, Charlie 6.
Okay, very good. Taxiway, Charlie 6 to 12 right. It's 53 Foxtrot, thank you.
Negative, 53 Fox, I'm asking if you can take off from there or the whole runway.
Oh, okay. I've never been asked that before. Sorry about that. I'd love to take off from the runway if possible. 53 Foxtrot.
Roger, 53 Foxtrot, runway 12 right, QNH 29904, taxi via Bravo 7, Charlie 9er, hold short runway 12 right.
Okay, that's Bravo 7, Charlie 9er, hold short runway 12 right, 53 Foxtrot. Okay, now the problem is if you look at the map, all right, he said Bravo 7 Charlie 9er and hold short of runway 12 right. This is 12 right. This is A, taxiway A, and I'm like, okay, what else is he talking about? This is A, all the way to A. So what I see is D to A to hold short. So that's what I'm going to do. If he yells at me, you know, I have proof that That's kind of weird what happened just now. All right. Anyway, I love this. Experience is what it's all about anyway. So let's get down to business here. All right, our parking brake is off. Let's get our seat. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on our taxi and landing. Might as well. Not worried about a pushback here because these guys, I can just bowl right through them. Here we go. All right, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. I love the clouds. Clouds are always special. Yeah, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to turn right here. Yeah. So Cancun, you know, this is where I went on a trip for my work one time. It's pretty cool. No clouds, no rain, anything like that. It was very nice. It's probably like VFR, huh? Brave guy. You got some clouds at 2,500 feet. Well, I'm only going to be at about 3,000 feet. You know, time comes, so. Yeah. And we have the Garmins, you know, we've got the Garmin 1000s. You know, I can't, you know, it's hard to steer and talk and look away at the same time. Yeah, learn how to do that. All right, we got the Garmin 1000s. These really good GPS systems. Right now I'm flying with the Saitek Yoke. I did some rubber band modifications on it, but I've got a nice throttle quadrant with the radio panels and gear panels, switches, you name it. Dealing with a few monitors here as well. What else? Rudder pedals. Yeah, I got those too. Cojones. Got those too. Well, I'm satisfied with my radio communication so far, but this is only my second time. My first time, same issue because I have the, I've got the little Navmap, you know, and the taxiways are labeled differently in there than they are than these ATC people are calling out. You know, I'm like seriously, just please sync up. I want that to sync up. I don't want the taxiways to be something that always I'm in trouble for. You know, don't want to be in trouble for that all the time. Okay. I love how our wind is looking on the windsock over there. My feet are kind of got a mind of their own. There is a little bit of a wind. With 4 knots is not crazy. We're not going to do a run up because I just want to fly. I want to test out this VATSIM, see if he hands me off 92 nautical miles.
November Alpha 653 Fox, runway 12 right, wind calm, clear for takeoff. Reports 15 miles out of Cancun VOR. Hello, flight.
Report 15 miles out of Cancun VOR. Clear for takeoff on 12 right. 53 Foxtrot. Thank you. Okay, so we're clear for takeoff. I love how he just did that. We didn't have to call for it. 15 miles outside Cancun, he says. Report 15. Does that mean 15? Does that mean 1.5? I'm not sure. It's okay. See, these are the things that I'm learning. You know, I haven't heard of that before. So here we are. Let's get on the center line a little bit. Let's go ahead and throw that throttle up. Okay. I mean, just a little. My feet are a little jumpy today. It's just my feet, you guys. It's hard to control with my bare feet on my rudder pedals, but here we are. Into the sky. get 100 feet off the ground, and we got our flaps up. Let's go ahead and trim for I think it's VX or VY, I forget which one it was, but you want to be like around 76 on the way out, something like that. Right now, this is looking okay. This trim, you know, there's getting this trim going here. Here we go. Okay, we got it. So at 1.5, okay. Technically, what does that mean at 1.5? 15 miles. Yeah, it's got to be 15 miles because he doesn't have any. He won't have any additional distance past that. So at 15 miles, he'll probably. Sorry, I'm grabbing my pad here. I have to remember that. You know, I got the head thing on. Hold on. So he'll probably want to transfer me to the center at 1313 once we get outside of that 15 miles. Now, I need to zoom out. Where am I headed? Holy cow. All right, I'm going west. They're going to the west. We will continue our climb. Okay, here we go. All right. Continuing to climb, and now we're turning west. We have 93 nautical miles until Chichén Itzá, which is our destination. You know, our heading, I can set my heading bug, I think. Let me go ahead, still climbing. You know, we're gonna go to 3,000 feet on our way there today. So we're on our way to 3,000 feet. Flight director's telling us to turn still. That's okay. We haven't got the heading bug where we want it yet. We'll get it in a minute. Okay. So we want it around here. So let's go ahead and autopilot our heading. Okay. So I also want altitude autopilot. We're going to set our altitude for 3,000 feet, and we're going to switch our vertical to 300 to 3,000 feet, and then our vertical speed is going to be 300 feet per minute. That should keep us around 100 knots and help us head on course. Okay. So what I want to do really quick is I want to just show you. Here's our route. So we're flying 93 nautical miles to Chichén Itzá. What I did is I set up the actual flight pattern here so I could see how to enter. Let me just make sure. I'm going to get close to needing to go a different direction here in just a second. So hold on. Matter of fact, like right now, you know. So wait, let's do that. Back to heading. We're going to turn our heading bug. Basically to 270 degrees should be good. Okay, you can see that that's where our runway is. Very good. Turn us to 266. Let's go to 260. Let's go to 250. That's good right there. Okay. All right. So we are at our altitude. Now I have the mixture on full rich. What I'm going to do now that we're getting to where we're at, I'm going to lean the mixture a little bit because we're getting up on 3,000 feet. Anything above 3,000 feet, you want to, the air starts to thin out and doesn't use as much. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Everyone, everybody okay back there? Just checking, making sure everyone's okay. No throwing up on landings, that's good. Nothing wrong with that. I do not have the settings on the highest graphics because I've got so much going on right now. I have a 3060 Ti, which isn't terrible. I mean, it's really good. But it's pretty demanding. So let me go back to the heading. Turn this back on to this now. All right. Okay, so while that is loading up, we need to know where we're at. Okay, so that's why I was pulling out this map. Once I am 15 miles away from so right now I'm about 5 nautical miles. Okay, I'll show you. So I put this compass rose around my aircraft, and it tells you right here 2 nautical miles, 4 nautical miles, 6, and so on. Okay, so this was where this is Cancun International, where I just flew out of, and I'm currently how far away from here to here? Well, it's the same distance from here to here, so I'm about count the rings, 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm at 8 nautical miles right now. So he said contact at 15 nautical miles. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. So like somewhere like right around here, I would think, which means we're going to be like right around here before we have to do that. And what's nice is I'm on autopilot right now. Let me adjust the heading bug one more time. Let me go to, actually, let me go over here. Switching between screens is tough. Let me zoom out of here. No, okay, so you can see that's our destination, right? Here we are. Now I'm at a 10 nautical mile distance, and it's following the aircraft. And that's all there is to that. Okay, so right now we are getting ready to cross 10 nautical miles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call, it's going to go like this. And I got to take more notes. That's the thing, I'm running out of places to take notes. Let me turn this off while I'm typing. Okay. That way you guys can see. Okay. So I'm going to say Cancun Tower, Cessna, November Alpha 653 Foxtrot. Requesting checking in at 15 nautical miles west. I don't know if that's even correct, so here we go. Cancun Towers, Cessna, November Alpha 653 Foxtrot. Just checking in with you about 15 nautical miles west of the airport there.
653 Foxtrot. Monitor Unicom on 122.8. Have a good day.
122.8. Have a good day. Thank you. 653 Foxtrot. So I'm going to go to 1228 now. So I'm going to, okay, so let me get this back so you can see what I'm doing. We got plenty of time. That's cool, right? So let's change over though. So we're going to go Control 1, 1228. I had to write that down because again, I forget this stuff if you don't write it down. 1228, 1228. We're going to switch over. Okay, so I want to get my position, okay? So my position right now, I have to look at my map. So right now I am, said monitor 1228. What is monitor 1228? So, okay, I need to Google. I'm going to Google. Okay, what? Uh-oh, hold on. What does monitor 122.8 when being handed off from tower? What does that mean? The value is someone's always listening after, no. Oh, being told to monitor frequency. Okay, so that's what he said. So he just said 1228 monitor frequency. Oh, okay, when are you allowed to transmit? Changing frequency, how long do you have to wait before you're allowed to transmit if you've been told to monitor the frequency? Is there a specific time limit? In what aviation manual can be found? Interesting. First, a note on phraseology. In the context of your question, I believe the FAA uses monitor like most use large standby. I'll be covering a general procedure. If you're an FAA lander, quick standby with monitor. Okay, so I'm monitoring. I'm on 1228, and I'm monitoring. If told to monitor a frequency, you are not expected to transmit on that frequency. I'm glad I didn't push the button and ask a question. Monitor is used when a pilot is requested to listen on a frequency to retrieve information from a broadcast. For example, I might tell you to monitor ATIS 122.75. I then expect you to tune 122.75, listen to the ATIS transmission, and return back to my frequency afterwards. If I told you to stand by on a frequency, you are expected to tune to that frequency and wait for air traffic control to contact you there. Oh, I didn't squawk. Shh, 1270. No, I still have to do it. So I go code 1274. Is that what? No, 1270. Cheese. 1270. Okay. Back. Okay. So I'm squawk 1270 on the transponder. All right. Oy. Okay. So I'm just going to monitor. When standing by on frequency, air traffic control is supposed to contact you, not the other way around. However, if you do not get contacted within a reasonable amount of time, you should go ahead and transmit. There is no fixed rule for how long you have to wait. Use common sense. Okay. All right. I feel good about that. So right now we're at 3,000 feet. 259. Let me check my heading. 259. Here we go. Let's do 259. Okay. Our altitude is 3,000 feet. We're at 56 frames per minute. Maybe. No, feet per minute. That's feet per minute. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this down a little bit. Oh, this is really cool because it's all connected to the game. I have a button I could push on the game that would teleport me from here to here, but instead I am going to go back over here really quick. I'm not going, let me lock that up. Wait. Okay, there we go. Now. Say 1965. as long as I'm in this game, you know, I can't leave the game. Oh, I take that back. Like, I can't get up and walk away from the game. I'm literally in a live air traffic control scenario. So if he needs to contact me, if he's just leaving me on 1228 just to contact me off to the side if he needs me. That's what I think he's doing, because he probably has a lot more traffic, which I didn't see a lot more traffic. That's fine. I'm not objecting, you know. But so I have the graphics set on high. If they were on ultra, none of this would be happening right now. I've already crashed maybe once or twice. And I didn't even have it on ultra. I just have so many programs running right now, and I feel like my computer could handle it though. But this head tracker is a little bit glitched. Every time I try to start up the engine, I already have the head tracker running, it crashes. Hi, honey. Okay. I'm flying from Cancun to Chichén Itzá right now on live VATSIM, and I'm actually streaming. Say hi to YouTube. Are you? I don't know. I'm not terribly hungry. Whatever's clever. All right, I love you. All right, bye. All right. I just remembered I had an earbud in my ear this whole time. Let's go ahead and pull that little guy out of there. Okay, there we go. Oh man, that sounds a lot better. I can actually hear everybody now. That guy had a little bit of an accent, I will admit, so I'm glad he spoke clearly and slowly. Usually when they see my flight plan, I put in there that I'm new to VATSIM. They're a little more forgiving. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Looks like we're 61.68 nautical miles from our destination. There's absolutely nothing around us. Oil pressure looks good, oil temperature looks good, fuel quantity gauge looks good. It is 3:28 p.m. UTC. We have 56.8 nautical miles to go on a bearing of 257. Let me go to heading 257. Whoa. 257. There we go. Okay. USR02 to USR03. What does that mean? I don't know. 4 point, no, I don't know. Huh. Yeah, see. So this is cool. So we're here, again, we're here. Oh, this is what I was talking about before. So let's go to our thing. So we're gonna come into Chichén Itzá. Here it is. I'm not exactly sure where the pyramid is. There's an old Chichén Itzá airport. I might go hop to that really quick. Anywho, so what's going to happen is I'm going to come into the left base, or left downwind pattern. I'm going to enter the pattern on the left downwind. And when I enter the pattern on the left downwind, I will fly a left downwind to runway 10. Because at Chichén Itzá, let's look at the airport information. Once we get there, we're running into some clouds. Some clouds over there. Did say clouds scattered at 2,500, and we're at 3,000, so looks a little shady up there. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the place we were. Let's go back. Let's go back. Runway 10. Yep. So we land on runway 10, and then we'll park in the small parking area. It says that. So I was just learning how to read this stuff. So this is the METARs. It's the weather information. So here we have MMCT, which is Chichén Itzá, on the 11th day of November at 22:45 Zulu. That's UTC. And as of then, wind is at 90 degrees at 7 knots, 7 statute miles visibility, scattered clouds at 7,000 feet, TCU 2 cloud, I forget what the TCU is, broken clouds at 7,000 feet, broken clouds at 30,000 feet. The temperature is 26 degrees, dew point is 17, altimeter is 29903. 29903 remarks are what is that? 823. I don't know. VFR 8238. 8238 says 8238. I don't know what that means. 8238. And they prefer runway 10, so that's why I got runway 10. But that's, I don't know what that little piece is. That's okay. That's okay. It's kind of exciting. We are. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you really quick before we go back to the scenery. Once we get to this leg on our trip, and we're 4.3 nautical miles to our destination, we're going to start our descent at 3 degrees until we get to 1,100 feet, which is where we will start our glide slope, our final. And at this rate, we will land at this point. I think that's kind of neat how they show you that. This red line is the minimum safe altitude minimums. This green line shows like how you're up or down. I don't. It's really bad to judge that because you don't know how active that actually is. So I'm on 1228. 1228 is not even like, I don't see it on the centers here. I got like Jacksonville Center. 1228. It's some like obscure radio signal that he just wants me to sit on maybe and monitor, I guess. It would be lonely flying by myself. That's why I thank you guys for flying with me today. Alright. Let's everything is good. Everything's good. Our taxi lights are on. Our navs aren't on. Our strobe's not on. What did I not do? I didn't follow the checklist before I took off, so I forgot to actually turn on the, man, forgot to turn on the correct lights. Whatevs. Above with 3 miles of statute miles disabilities, three statute miles disability. And then we've got, you can have at above 10,000 feet, you need to have 5 statute miles of visibility, 1,000 feet below the cloud layer or 1,000 feet above the cloud layer. Interesting. Okay. So for descent, let's go through our checklist for descent. Oh, I don't know if they have an actual checklist on here or not. Yeah, so descent, we'd go through power as desired, mixture adjusted for smoothest operations. Fuel selector will be to both, flaps as desired. So if you're below 110, you can set your flaps between 0 and 10 degrees, you'll be fine, but you need to be below 85 knots in order to take it from 10 to full flaps. Any faster than that, you're going to damage the structural integrity of the aircraft. Altimeters. We're going to make sure the primary flight display barometer is set, so we're going to make sure we tune into ATIS or get the altimeter setting from the tower or our arrival or whatever. Standby altimeter set, autopilot, we'll get that. Autopilot altitude. Pre-select CDI soft key, FMS, GPS. PFD course deviation bar. Before landing, we want to make sure seat back's full and upright, seat and belt secured and locked, fuel selector set to both mixture rich, landing and taxi lights on. Autopilot off, and airspeed. So all right, let me switch over. So before landing, here's all before landing. This is optional, but for normal landing, flaps are down at your whatever desired level. Your final approach airspeed's between 60 and 70 knots. Touchdown is your main landing gear first, and on this aircraft, the landing gear, it's a tri-landing gear, so the two are in the back. Touchdown first, and the landing roll, the nose will go down gently, and then we'll brake. So having reviewed that, and knowing that we're now approximately, well, I mean, it says 32 nautical miles, but how would we know that on here? If I just went like this. There's got to be a way to measure it quickly. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah. No. 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 No, no, no. No. Okay, so when I contact, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Towers Center, Cessna, November Alpha 3 Foxtrot is 20. How much further do I have? I'm 30 nautical miles. 30 nautical miles east of MMCT. Stop, land, requesting full stop land with, and let's see, what's their ATIS? I have to tune to Chichén Itzá's ATIS. It says it's 2.9er 3. So if I go to here, oh, wrong one. 2.9er 3. It's not too far off. We'll give that a little clicky. Okay, 2.9er 3. That's probably what he's going to tell us. I just got to make sure I write down whatever he says, but I do have to report right now. So I'm just going to say 20 miles. So I'm now 20 miles. All that talking just went 10 miles. Woohoo! Tower Center Cessna November Alpha 653 Foxtrot is 20 miles east of Mike Charlie Tango. That's Chichén Itzá. Requesting a full stop landing with Golf. You know, I wonder what'll happen now. Hold on, I'm streaming actually, and I'm online with real air traffic control people. So, MMCT. Okay, let me fly, please. I'll be done in a minute. 12787. Okay, let's switch over. 12787. So if we go 12787, 8875. Let's see how crazy this is. Okay, so I'm gonna try Jacksonville Center 127875. Jacksonville Center, this is Cessna November Alpha 653 Foxtrot. We're about 15 nautical miles east of Chichén Itzá Airport, requesting a full stop landing, and we have, we just need ATIS information. Maybe he's out of range. That's what I think is happening, is that he's out of range right now. So let me go back to let me go back to 1228. Tower Center Cessna November Alpha 653 Foxtrot is 12 miles east of Mike Charlie Tango, requesting full stop landing with Golf. I'm back on the frequency. I'm gonna go back. Cancun Tower, this is Cessna Cessna November Alpha 653 Foxtrot. Do you read me? Do you read? Do you read me? It's funny. Okay. Doesn't matter. You know why? Let's go to 118.9. No. I'll stay on 1228. And we're just gonna go to Chichén Itzá. Alright, so. I don't see any pyramids yet. Alright. That's pretty cool though. Got the wood interior cockpit. I like it. Okay, 16 nautical miles. Let's go to our heading. Please. 1228. 1228's like a black hole radio station. One, two, two, eight. Alright. Since no one's going to tell me the frequency, I've already idented Oy. Okay. I mean, we're going to do just a VFR. We're going to go into the flight pattern and, you know, we're just going to land. I'm just going to call out I'm just going to call everything out as I see it, as if I was talking to the tower, and we'll land it. Okay. Almost there. It says 118-9. I don't know. 118-9 might be what I need to get to. Yes. Okay, almost there. Chichén Itzá. I've been there. Chichén Itzá. Let's see. Chichén Itzá was a large pre-Columbian city built by the Maya people of the Terminal Classic period. The archaeological site is located in Yucatan State, Mexico. It was a major focal point in the northern Maya lowlands from the late Classic AD 600 to 900 through the Terminal Classic 800 to 900 and into the early portion of the post-Classic period AD 900 to 1200. The site exhibits a multitude of architectural styles reminiscent of styles seen in central Mexico and of the Puc and Chinese styles of northern Maya lowlands. The Maya name Chichén Itzá means at the mouth of the well of the Itzá. This derives from chi, meaning mouth or edge, and chen or chien, meaning well. Itzá is the name of an ethnic lineage group that gained political and economic dominance in the northern peninsula. One possible translation for Itzá is enchanter or enchantment of the water, from Itz, sorcerer, and ha, water. Fancy schmancy. Okay. We're going to start our descent. So we're going to go to our vertical speed. Start descending at about 1,000 feet. Altitude, we're going to bring it down to 1,500. Go. Oh, come on. There we go. Now, altitude 1,300. Yeah. Alright, we are dropping down. There's our airport. So we're going to take off our autopilot. Let's get back into our headspace. Let's look down. There's our airport. So I'm going to do a little wide turn for us. because that's our landing pad right there. Chichén Itzá Tower, Cessna, November Alpha 653 Foxtrot, looking to land with golf. And I don't see anybody. Okay. Nice. There. Okay. All right, right now 1500. Okay, so here we go. Shoot back there. Good. All right, let's start our turn. One to 10 degrees of flaps. Keeping our altitude up a little bit until we get there. Okay, there's the airport over there. Come around. There it is, way over there. As long as everything's going well here, we should be good over there. Okay, I can see it in my left monitor. There we go. Okay. So, right now, we're at 1,000 feet. We're going to start our final. We're going to ensure that our airspeed comes down. We're going to deploy our second notch of flaps. We're going to pitch down to help with that. Okay, we are now on final. Our goal is to drop at 500 feet per minute and get our final approach between 60 and 70 knots. Get our flaps down, right. Speed. Oh, we're doing really good. All right. 70 knots, we're on center line. Okay, here comes the third notch of flaps. And we're at 60 knots, 59, 40, or no, not 40, 50, but here we go. Gonna cut power, and we're just gonna ease it down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we arrive at Chichén Itzá Airport. Okay, we're gonna, I think that's a turning spot over there. Yeah, all right. Oh, this flight director's tripping me out. Stop that. Turn this off. Ugh. Okay. So since there's no... Oh, there's general parking. I see one guy over there. I see my spot. Why not? Chichén Itzá Tower, Cessna, November Alpha 653 Foxtrot, clear the runway and taxiing to general parking. Thanks for your help tonight. Even though you weren't there. Still gotta follow the numbers. Okay, I don't see my guy. Oh, here he is. He's like, over here, dude. I think he's over there. Is he? Where is he at? There he is. He's like, over here, man. There we go. All right. Parking brake on. Okay. Now we're going to turn off our strobes, nav, beacon, our avionics. We're going to shut down our engine. and our game will crash as soon as the engine shuts down. Again, I think it's the head tracker that does it. Yeah, crazy. Anyway, that was a successful flight from Cancun to Chichén Itzá. Pretty cool.